The shit show is on the air.
Lo spettacolo di merda è in onda.
The Italian people are drunk right now.
Gli italiani sono ubriachi in questo momento.
I can't wait to get drunk.
Non vedo l'ora di
Ubriacarmi.
Buzz
Has
a hairy crotch.
Basti non ha bisogno della scape umana ora.
We're all doomed! Welcome to the shit show.
Johnny B, motherfucking Buzz!
Welcome to the shit show.
Hi, the roaster, the blues man, we got you, baby.
Welcome to the shit show.
I delight myself. I can't tell you enough. I'm sitting here, down here one day, and I'm just starting to play with the tape recorder to see if I could get Siri to talk to me in Italian again.
Buzz
Has a hairy crotch.
Basti non ha bisogno della scape umana ora.
Yeah, and it's just, oh, good God, why don't I grow up? If I grow up, I'm out of work, as Larry Leshak used to say.
That might be it.
That's right. Buzz has a hairy crotch.
Buzz
Has a hairy crotch.
Basti non ha bisogno della scape umana ora.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me read some of these emails. Hold on. Email brandmeyershow@gmail.com. My name is Jonathan Brandmeyer. That's Buzz up in there. And this is the Jonathan Brandmeyer Shit Show Showcast, because we're in a shit show. 2020. We thought it would be gone by now when we started this thing. We thought it'd be gone. Hell, we thought we'd be gone. This email says, Johnny, read my letter. Play my song. Okay.
Last night as I got home about 10:30, there was some crap I thought I knew, and it would just not leave my head. I kept my cool, I ain't no fool, let me tell you what happened then. I drank all day and I drank all night, and now the shit show starts again. So read my letter, Brandmeyer, read it on the air. I'm higher than the atmosphere, and I drank my last beer. So read my letter, Brandmeyer, but please don't say my name. I do not have the gift of gab when I'm drunk as John Wayne.
Yeah, I like that. There's no letter involved, just a song. Nice work, Dave. Sending the MP3s to me's.
That was nice.
That's very nice. How many people take off, and it's R.B. Greaves, believe it or not. I do know the name of the guy. I believe it is R.B. Greaves. Take a letter, Maria, address it to my wife. I don't get the end of that. I don't get why he wrote that song, but he did. Take a letter, Maria, address it to my wife. Tell her I see. Tell her I won't be coming home because I'm going to start a new life. So he's going to take off with this Maria woman, and he's going to just have Maria write the letter to her, or just take the letter.
That was thoughtful of him.
Yeah, the same whore he's shacking up with. He's going to give her the dictation. Yeah, minus the tation. Yes, Sweeney loves it. 8335JB Show. We'll open them up. Let me just read these, as he said. Read the letter. So email, brandmeyershow@gmail.com. Just a couple here. Johnny, your show is back at its best. I don't know why, but you guys are back.
Okay.
Thank you, Brennan. Brennan Keefe. This one says, hey, Johnny, this is from Anello. Tony. I just caught a few podcasts from Spotify. Congrats on the new show. Add me to the list of followers. What the fuck took you so long? But seriously, you guys are funnier than ever, although I am not used to the language yet. Well, you just wrote something in there.
I know.
And I read it. And I got to tell you, but even if I hear myself saying the word, I try not to. I don't really like it. So anyway.
I mean, I'm exactly in the same boat. On the other hand, when the word slips out,
yeah, it's fun.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Once it comes out and you realize it's no big deal, that you get excited about it.
And you're not going to lose your job.
Right.
You're not going to jail.
Nope. Like a lot of our radio, I tell you, man, like a lot of our radio brothers. Yeah. I'm telling you. You want to go down the list? Speaking of Manscaped, let's go down the list. Let's go down the list of people who have lost their jobs. Just now this week, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport suspended for manscaping post. I swear to God.
Well, who's he work for?
NFL Network.
So the NFL Network doesn't want to hear about your manscaping. I mean, that seems as simple.
No, let's do that for a second. I'll run down some of these cases, and I want you to play the part of judgmental. And you give me your take on it, because some of these people should be fired, maybe, or suspended, maybe, and some people should not. Sherry Washington sent us this. Tell Buzz about this. Of course, it all leads back to Buzz's crotch for some reason. Yeah, we got it. It all leads back to Buzz's crotch. Yeah, no.
Buzz, man.
Yeah.
Get on the floor. Or let's dance.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's get down, Buzzy. You're moving kind of slow. Must be that Amazon rainforest in your pants.
All right. Wow. Trim It Up Buzz was the headline. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport suspended for manscaping post. Buzz, to this day, forever and ever, I believe whatever it is, anyone involved in the country with a manscaping subject, it's always going to lead back to you.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
You're not getting away from it. This audience will not let things die. They think I won't, they won't.
I know. And I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I'm an innocent victim.
Yeah, I don't get it. All right. He was suspended because of an ad he posted on social media for a product used to shave your groin, which was the Manscaped app that listeners have sent saying you should endorse and make some money.
Well, there's that.
He said something without the clearance from the NFL Network. No, you should do it. Okay, so the NFL Network said, you know, there was an advertisement for the Manscaped lawnmower electric trimmer, which is apparently the perfect, in quotes, perfect tool for your family jewels. And then Ian Rappaport wrote, I respect and understand the decision made by the network and am deeply sorry for my mistake. That's number one.
He got fired?
Suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. But by the way, Buzz, excuse me, in radio, suspended is just a keyword for you're in limbo and then we're going to cut you. There's no way around it. You're going to get it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when Hornets announcer John Falk, F-O-C-K-E, meant to tweet out the word nuggets. And then he said he thumbed 2 wrong letters and he hit send without checking his spelling, and a very bad N-word hit the Twitterverse instead. That was a couple of months ago. Well, last month. Now he's unemployed. Remember, he was suspended.
Yeah,
There's the key word you got to watch in this radio business. Suspended.
It was a mistake. He didn't really mean to do it. Mistake.
Yeah. But here's well, at first the Hornets suspended him indefinitely, which still is being fired. Then they released a statement that said they're releasing him after 1 season. Fox explanation that the correct letters were right next to the incorrect letters. Uh-huh. He was trying to get them out quickly, and it didn't fly with the Hornets. Remember, he typed in nuggets, and instead the N-word came out. And I forgot how he judged him, but it doesn't matter because he's not coming back. He's just not. Once again, this is why I will never tweet. No way. No how. Ain't going to happen. So, did you agree with that guy or not?
It depends on the guy, really. Apparently they didn't like the guy very much anyhow.
There you go.
That's what I think.
They'll always use an excuse. They'll try to find some way to get rid of you because there was, I think iHeart just fired like 1,700 radio broadcasters. They're going to gut you all. Do you understand? You're all going to get fired. That's the way it goes. And they'll find any excuse. Whether you make too much money, whether you say one wrong thing, bingo, we got you. So that's why everybody's going to be very careful. So this guy was gone. iHeart, okay, here's an iHeart host fired for a tweet. KMAG-FM, Fort Smith. His name is Darren Miner, known as Maverick. Yeah.
Nice. He's the Maverick.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's get up in there. He has been fighting.
Yeah, I mean, radio is so amazing because you can make up any identity you want and and turn it into a career.
I wish I had one. A career and an identity. First, what do you start with? First the identity and then the career?
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I think the identity has to come first.
Okay. All right. So he was.
You remember the guy that we hired at the Loop who had a T-shirt that said, and he would show up at meetings with a T-shirt on that said, "Fuck a bunch of bullshit." And then he'd just sit there with a T-shirt on and shades, high as a kite.
Yeah, that was me. And I will tell you, Shotgun Jimmy was my name, I believe. I'm not sure what my name was. I had a different identity. I don't know what it was exactly at the time. But it was like, hey, man, fuck the establishment. And I don't care. Oh, I'm fired? Okay, talk to you later. Goodbye.
Live as a rock with the radio roll. Darren Miller, known as Maverick, on the air is fired after he posted a tweet aimed at an Arkansas women's basketball player named Erin Barnum. Now, once you get into the world of tweeting about women, sports guys, TV guys, radio guys, you are going to get in trouble. So there's some pictures. I could show them to you. I could send them to you. Barnum posted pictures of herself at the Bud Walton Arena. Now, she, the basketball player, posted these pictures of herself. Okay, and she's got her leg up on the scoring bench. One, she's got her legs kind of. She's moving her hand, and she looks like she's dancing. And she got her hand down provocatively, and then she's standing there. And then Maverick.
Yeah, man. Just say do me a favor. Don't say my real name, man. Just don't say Darren Miner. Just say Maverick.
Okay, Maverick tweeted. Now all they need to install is a pole.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye, Maverick.
You're out of there.
Jesus, take a joke. I didn't tell her to, put her hand in her crotch.
Okay, Maverick. Maverick. He's a Maverick. He's proved it. And remember, I take no joy in this. I'm trying to figure out what kind of a world are we living in. It is beyond politically correct. I don't know what's going on with that, but judgmental, Buzz, would you have fired Darren Miner?
I wouldn't, but that's just me.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's all right, Maverick.
Yeah, right on, man.
I'd take care of the Mavericks.
Oh, that's beautiful. I don't even know what, I was high on something. I don't know what I was tweeting. I'm living out of a van. Jesus. Hey, how about you take a joke out there, for God's sake?
No, there's no jokes to be had out there. Not in the politically correct world we're living in.
One of the guys at the sports station, the local sports station, got fired for suggesting that a host on ESPN was dressed for an adult film festival.
Another
something.
brother, Danny Michaels. Excuse me, Danny McNeil, not Danny Michaels. We work with Danny McNeil. Couldn't be a nicer guy. Great sports broadcaster. He'll land on his feet somewhere. Maybe, but maybe not, because
he has
these people,
a number of times.
Yes, he has. But I thought to me, a guy like Dan McNeil was sort of the. That's what you want in a sports station. You kind of guy really just kind of talks the talk of a sports talk, not analytics, not stats. He's just talking like a sports guy.
Yeah,
and in this case,
he talked about women.
And he talked. There you go. You tweet that, and you go, okay, all right. And then the women at the station, they all went crazy. So I get it, okay. But Danny McNeil, he will find a place somewhere, and he'll do well.
Perhaps in his back room on a podcast.
Yeah, he might find a place in his basement, all alone. Talking into a mic.
And no one will suspend him or fire him.
Who can fire you?
Do you have this is Maverick, JV, do you have a position there for me? I could just come in, I could clean up your house, and then I could do something like middays or something.
Now, Maverick, I'm going to get back to you. Hey, Mac, make a note. We're going to get back to Maverick and see if he can't find him. Did you send Buzz those pictures? Mac, can you send those pictures? Do you know Jimmy Mac's at his house?
Yeah.
And he has a computer. Can you believe that was a computer? What
in his house?
In his house.
Oh, my God.
I'm hooked up.
You are hooked up indeed, motherfucker. Can you send this? Her name is Erin, and she was Ian Rappaport. He was suspended because he talked about manscaping. Darren Miner, known as Maverick, was suspended for tweeting a picture at Arkansas women's basketball player Erin Barnum. Arkansas women's basketball player. And I don't miss. I don't miss a WNBA game.
I know. It's kind of weird.
Beck, I hear you breathing. Are you excited about what you just saw?
Well, it's just you're so hardcore when it comes to women's basketball. I just admire that passion. It just
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I love it. This is the greatest. Just love it. I love women's basketball more than anything.
Brad Meyer show makes you smile.
Okay.
His show makes you grin. Talking sports, but you know he'll give in.
Mm-hmm.
He'll talk about fashion and who wore what when. Johnny looks like a man, but he acts like a woman to me.
Okay, thank you. Voicemail 833-LOON line. Tony Bruno on his radio show said that most of the guys in the NBA can't even read.
They don't have to.
That's worse than getting a poll.
Tony Bruno confirmed on Twitter his shows on Sirius XM and the Sports Map have ended. Here's what he posted to Twitter. Tony Bruno said, being labeled a racist is the worst thing possible, and there's nothing I can do or say to appease the jubilant mob out there waiting for my career to end.
Well, at least he's got a grip on it.
All I can do now is walk away from this amazing career. All right, Tony Bruno. Here's the latest one. Bonneville Radio suspended their host over tweet. Remember the key word, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, suspended is the key word for you're getting fired anyway. That's a fact. Nobody's suspending you. They will suspend me. Yeah, just suspend him for a little while, and he'll forget that he's working with us, and then we'll just fire him. Because really, they don't want to take a stand one way or the other. If they say you're fired immediately, then the people go, "Oh, why'd you do that? He didn't deserve that." No. We're just suspending him to show him the way you treat women and the race situation and all. That's what we're doing.
Never to be heard from again.
Goodbye. Did they say I was suspended? Yeah. Bonneville host, okay, judgmental. This guy's name, it's a man, Dory, D-O-R-I, Monson, has been suspended indefinitely. I like the word indefinitely because you know what that means. Seattle Bonneville Radio for tweet mocking transgender people. Monsoon's Twitter post came during the Washington gubernatorial debate between Governor Jay Inslee and challenger Lauren Culp. Monsoon tweeted, Inslee, we follow science in Washington, the state where I could go to Olympia tomorrow and change my birth certificate to say I was a girl the next day. And then in caps, ha, 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 ha. Wow. Bonneville's KIRO FM and 710 AM.
I think I worked for Bonneville at one
time. Oh, yeah. Bonneville was, what was Bonneville? What is it now? Does that still exist?
I don't know.
They are the Seattle Seahawks football team. They are the flagship for that station, the AM is. Monson's suspended from hosting the Seahawks pregame and postgame radio shows. He cannot do a postgame show. He cannot do a pregame show because he said if he could go to Olympia tomorrow and change his birth certificate to say I'm a girl now. Ha, ha. Live as a rock and the radio rolled me. And then Tom Brenneman, this voicemail at 833-LOON line.
Johnny B, I'm listening to you do the Tom Brenneman thing. With you and Buzz, it's hilarious. But you're missing the funniest part of the entire situation. He's giving his apology on air. In the middle of his apology, he continues to call the game. He calls a home run for the team that he announces for. It's hilarious. You got to find it. You got to play it. Love you guys. Bye. Love you guys. Love your input. Love it. Thanks for the call. Tom Brenneman, he's the one who started it with an anti-gay slur off mic. Okay? And
Let's listen to his call while you don't hear him saying the slur for the anti-gay slur, but you can hear him staying as a professional.
If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you.
This comes after he apologized. He said it, then of course he has to apologize.
If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
Unbelievable!
And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
There you go!
I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
There you go! There you go!
That's a professional. That's a professional.
Little fellow broadcasters out there, you TikTok turds, listen to me. You think you can do this? That's a pro right there.
That's right.
That's a guy who knows what he's doing. He's getting fired. He knows it. He just made an anti-gay slur off the mic that he thought was off the mic, which, once again, the first thing you do, though, in broadcasting, remember, the mic is always hot.
Always.
Always hot. Always. Write it down right now, future broadcasters. It's always hot. And in this climate that we live in, it's always, 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 always really, 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 really hot. You could sneeze and get fired today. But listen to that again. He's apologizing. Listen, let's just really listen to this. Remember, he just made the anti-gay slur, and right in the middle of the show, he has to apologize right in the middle of the game, and this is how he does it.
If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
You're not. Tom Brenneman has been officially fired. That is just awesome. Good work, Tommy boy. Not the first part about the anti-gay slur, but good work. You come back and you do, because maybe he's still thinking there's a chance. Okay.
Well, he's a sports guy and he's committed to the game. The game is the important thing, not his even he knows that. His firing, his apology, nothing compares to the game.
That's right. That's right. That is right. Let me give you an example of.
It was so smooth.
Yeah,
it was so smooth.
That was just unbelievable. I got an example of a broadcaster who. I love the NFL, not as much as the WNBA, of course, but I do love the NFL. And I know he does a good job. I get it. But this Troy Aikman bugs me, and I always wondered why. And then I thought about it, and I realized that one day we were going to do an interview with Troy Aikman, the NFL broadcaster, Hall of Fame football player, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was one of those things where they set you up on a PR. I don't know if you know this out there in the audience, but they'll set you up on a wheel and they just interview. They're going down the list from station to station to station. And I always hated that because it was like, yeah. We'll talk to you for, the 2 minutes allotted to us or whatever. Right. So I decided at that point for Troy Aikman's interview, I was going to have Hector at the time working the audio with us. And Hector, I said, Hector, just go on when Troy Aikman calls in and pretend you're the host and it's a Spanish radio station. Okay? Let's listen. And here's why I think that he still has his job, but he does not have a sense of humor.
It's Hector Soriano. En la mañana. Mucho gusto, Hector.
Y estamos una vez más aquí de regreso. Y en la línea está el ex mariscal de campo, ganador de Salón de la Fama y comentarista para el Fox NFL Football, el señor Troy Aikman. Troy, muchas gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana aquí en el programa. ¿Cómo estás? Señor Troy Aikman.
Hello.
Sí, ¿cómo está? Buenos días por acompañarnos esta mañana. Mi nombre es Héctor. ¿Cómo está?
How are you?
Muy bien. ¿Y usted cómo ha estado?
Yeah.
Muy bien. ¿A qué debemos el honor de su llamada, señor Aikman?
Yeah, I don't know Spanish.
¿Alguien está traduciendo para el señor Aikman? Para los Dallas Cowboys, un buen tiempo, ¿que no?
I can't understand what you're saying, so if you want to talk in Spanish, then we could probably end the interview.
No. don't hang up, please.
Wait a second. Hey, Troy.
Yeah.
Now, how long would you have gone with that guy before you realized that you're not the right station?
Well, I would have sat here until my next interview came up.
Oh, you did what I thought you'd do. I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
All right.
Well, he's not all that not funny.
Well, but it went on, and it went straight down the tubes. It was like I could not come back from that. And
he takes his football seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I was arguing with him, kind of like, well, wait, why didn't you think it was funny and this and that?
Right.
And, I really was. We'll play that full thing someday.
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
Oh, all right. Hold on a second.
Man who knows his limitations.
Yeah. You got to know your limitations. But, I mean, I like Troy Aikman on the NFL. I like it. I get it. But while we're on the subject of politically correct, incorrect, our radio brothers getting fired, left and right for any reason the corporate world can think about. Anybody. So Bill Burr, the comedian, which we definitely love, hosts Saturday Night Live last week. Depends on when you're listening to this. And he did a monologue. And, of course, he got big social media heat for it because he offended. One of the articles said, Bill Burr on SNL upset everybody. Okay, he started out with this about the masks.
During these difficult times, you guys all look like surgeons with your masks on. Makes me feel comfortable that you're wearing masks. I like people who wear masks. That's good. You're listening to the eggheads, the people we all cheated off of in high school, right? Keep listening to them. And then if you don't wear a mask, that doesn't bug me either, right? Take out your grandparents. Take out your weak cousin with the asthma. I don't care. It's your decision.
There you go. So
take them out.
Then the tweets start coming in as it goes on. That's what all of this comedy sounds like. If it was clever or funny, his approach would have been better taken. Tweet on Bill Burr and SNL's appearance. I think the issue is that he didn't even try to use the words in an empowering way. I think he used the word bitches to empower and to belittle women. I think they're talking about this.
Let's talk white women here, shall we? Let's talk white women. White women, you're amazing. Amazing your accomplishments over the last few years. I got to tell you, the way white women somehow hijack the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. Just to refresh your memory, the woke movement was supposed to be about people of color not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserved, finally making that happen. And it was about that for about 8 seconds. And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. I don't know how they did it. I've never heard so much complaining in my life from white women. My life is so hard with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me. Trash and white guys, the nerve. Where's the camera? The nerve of you white women. I don't want to speak ill of my bitches here, okay?
There he goes. Okay, he goes on, and that's what he said. Well, he used that word to belittle women. And Billy Burr on SNL, yikes. Oh, then this one, yikes. Gay people weren't enslaved? Yes, enslaved Africans brought to America via the Middle Passage or other deadly routes existed and were valid, just like black gay people are now. The lack of intersectional awareness is disappointing, but not surprising. Anti-black, what? What's he talking about here?
The month of June is Gay Pride Month. That's a little long, don't you think? For a group of people that were never enslaved? How did they get all of June?
All right. Yikes. So, yeah, I mean,
chances are he won't be back at SNL.
Are you kidding me? He'll be back 10 times. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a double standard here. The radio guys say a couple of things. Bill Burr gets the prime position on SNL, gets a little heat. But first of all, who cares about what social media nuts are saying? Did they like it, or do you think Lorne Michaels has been around a long, long time? You think he's not going to let Bill Burr get on and do what he wants? He did. Right, Troy?
Somewhere in there, there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
All right, Troy Aikman. And here's where I know it's gone crazy. Remember where it started here. Politically correct world. Our radio brothers are getting fired. Bill Burr is getting a big payday. He's going to make a lot of money. He's out there doing whatever he does. And you either like it or you don't like it. That's the way it is. Thank you, JB. But here's where I know the world has gone crazy. There's no question in my mind. Okay? Eskimo pies have now been renamed. After nearly 100 years, the Eskimo Pie ice cream will get a new name. We are committed to being part of the solution of racial equality.
What are they calling it?
Eddie's Pie. Eddie's Pie.
Well, were the Eskimos demonstrating or something, demanding that they be taken off the label?
Where did it come from? We are committed to being part of the solution. First of all, when was the last time you actually
had an Eskimo pie?
Thank you for filling in the blank. I appreciate that. All right.
Somewhere in there, there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So they're joining the brands, of course. Aunt Jemima. Let's think about that one for a second, okay? Uncle Ben. In overhauling long-used names and marketing strategies considered racially offensive. I get it. Okay.
See, but I don't think, in fact, that they are considered racially offensive, except in the imagination of the people who are selling it.
Well, I know what you're saying, and I looked it up to see why is it offensive really. And they say the name Eskimo is commonly used in Alaska. The name is now I'm not making what I'm going to read up. This name is commonly used in Alaska. This name is considered derogatory in many places in Alaska, said to mean, quote, eater of raw meat.
What's wrong with that?
Thank you.
What's wrong with that?
That's hey, man. Hey, how's it going? You an Eskimo? Yeah, I love raw meat. How's it going, man? What? Eskimo Pie, they got in a room and they decided after 100 years to change it? I don't get it.
And the Land of Lakes butter brand removed their Indian from the cover. There used to be a nice, attractive young Indian.
Right.
Fully dressed and very respectful looking. Around the lakes.
Sure.
And so they removed it. And that's my brand. And I'm telling you, I go in there and I look, Land O'Lakes. Where's the Indian? The Indian's not there. I actually stopped buying it because it doesn't have the Indian and I don't feel right about it.
Right on, Buzz. This is Maverick.
Maverick, I love that Indian.
I took a Land O'Lake cover and I put it at my butt crack and I tweeted it. And I don't think that helped my case either.
No.
Yeah,
you're a Maverick, though.
That's right. Thank you. I mean,
thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't keep it all in my head.
And the Aunt Jemima thing, the family of the woman who was Aunt Jemima are completely outraged that they've been removed from the marketing because there was an Aunt Jemima and she looked just like that.
Hey, if you're listening to us in Alaska, and I know we have listeners in Alaska, I mean, is that, if it is, listen, here's the thing. If it's derogatory to your people, then I would never say it. Never. Who's going to use the E word in Alaska if it's, if it's bad? 100 years for an Eskimo Pie. Now, you do know that everything we talked about right now would get us fired. Right?
Yes, I do.
Don't you think?
Probably.
I think so. I might move to Alaska. Like 833 Loon Line.
Hi, this is Cecily from Alaska.
There you go.
Every day, they take away another state. In which way? You decide how you ride the tide. You must abide their rules, use their tools, be their fools. take my liberty. I'm whack. I don't fight back. I'd rather do some dreaming, taking dope and season. Thank you, Jonathan Brandmeier, for your totally fun show.
Right on, Alaska lady. You're a sweetheart. What's her number? I like her. That seems right on. Would you move? Okay, so I maybe move to Alaska. Okay, would this be if I was on on a radio station in Alaska, which we were. Remember, we were on a radio station in Alaska. I love that.
Nice calls.
Would this be considered derogatory?
I'm the only gay Eskimo. I'm the only one I know. I'm the only gay Eskimo in my tribe. I go out seal hunting with my best friend Tarka, but all I want to do is get into his parka.
Okay.
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
All right, I get what you're saying.
Not me.
Okay, I go.
As soon as I heard Harker, I
you
thought,
know it was coming.
Something's coming up here.
I go out hunting with my best friend Harka. I can't wait to get into his parka. Come on, world's gone to hell. Okay, so maybe would that be considered? I mean, why? If Eskimos are there, other Eskimos can like other Eskimos. Now, okay, I'm sorry. Now I got to hear how he ended this thing. Hold on a second. But would you consider moving to Alaska?
Sure.
Okay, start packing.
With the right incentive.
What would be the
money?
Okay, wait, here's where we left off. Yeah, of course.
Seal hunting with my best friend Tarka, but all I want to do is get into his parka. I'm the only gay Eskimo in my tribe. Well, me and Knockfluck Chuck Buck, we both like blubber, but me, I've got this crazy fetish for rubber. I'm the only gay Eskimo in my tribe. I make a wish on the northern lights that I could find a decent pair of whaleskin tights. I'm the only gay
Whaleskin tights, that's not wrong.
in my tribe.
That's a good song.
Now, why isn't that guy fired? Who wrote that song, right?
Somewhere in there's some humor. I just failed to see it.
Would you move to Alaska? Yes, maybe. There are only 3. Wait a minute. Do you have a choice of moving to Alaska or Hawaii? Where are you going?
Well,
see, yeah, Hawaii.
Seems like I'd go to Hawaii.
We have the best American cities to live in after the pandemic, and the only 3 cities, the last counties in America with no COVID. Stand by.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
This is Paul Rudd, and you're listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Show. Johnny, your Hawaiian name? Kuku-nu-nu-nu. In Hawaii, there are those guys that they are. They moved there.
Burr, yeah, right.
And they just, you feel like, wow, they really, really figured it out. Their life is surfing and they're open to everything and they're really at peace and happy. But if you just start kind of asking some questions and hanging around for a while, you realize they're just depressed as hell and running away from something. Yeah. You ever make it back to the mainland, man? Hey, sometimes, I got a 6-year-old daughter and, I don't really talk to her or her mom too much, but it's all good. We're all on our own journeys,
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's Kunu.
That's my mainland name. My Hawaiian name is Kunu. It means chunk.
My Hawaiian name is Kunu. It means Chuck.
This is Paul Rudd, and you're listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Show. Johnny, your Hawaiian name? Kukinu-nu-nu.
Kukinu-nu-nu. He does have the case there. Paul Rudd, of course, this past month going online and showing everybody how to wear a mask. Everybody wants to wear a mask. Everybody should wear a mask, according to Paul Rudd, the actor. Who are you going to listen to? Paul Rudd or, of course, doctors? I always say Paul Rudd. No question about it. The great actor, the enjoyable dude, Paul Rudd. He did make some points about Hawaii, okay? I always thought to myself, at one point, when I was looking for a radio job, I saw an ad and it said, PD, you could be a program director in Honolulu. And I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to live in Hawaii the rest of my life. I was like 18. Uh-huh. I would have already been dead. So it just seems boring, doesn't it?
Well, they get they get what they call rock fever or island fever or something.
Yeah.
You have to get home. You have to get to some real land, not an island in the middle of the Pacific.
I don't like it because you feel like you're trapped.
You are.
Yeah, you can't just zip over to Grandma's house from Hawaii, right?
But you can bounce around those islands. And I've known guys who've done that. Enjoyed it.
And I think that's what I'm saying. There's something there, and I think people are looking for places to relocate with this pandemic crap. But he was saying, like, you get these guys there, and Paul Rudd was saying, you get these guys there, and they all have a story. They sound like they're having a good time, but when you get it, they're always kind of laid back. This is, remember, voicemail Kirk. Loon line 833 Loon line.
All right, JB. I don't know what's up with this guy boofing Jägermeister, but he's got to stop doing that. You know what I mean? There's other methods. This is Kirk from Maui. Just saying what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Just wanted to call back because I got like a little blazed up. I wanted to hear that intro again. What up, JB? Buzz knows what's up. Kirk from Maui. Yep. Hanging out, listening, trying to keep up with you guys. You guys are up too early. All right.
He's been there too long.
Yeah, you can just tell Kirk is he's sitting there. He doesn't know what to do. There are 3 counties in America. If you're talking about a place to move to, you want to go now, you want to get the hell out now. 3 counties that have no COVID-19 cases at all. 3 counties. Here they are.
Just counties.
Well, one's a borough, actually, but there's 2 counties in a borough, which was the name of my first jazz record. I mean, my band.
Could I get in that band?
No, Maverick, you're out. They are Esmeralda County in Nevada. Esmeralda County in Nevada. Remember, these are places with no COVID whatsoever. Not one case.
Yet.
There he is, the Doctor of Doom. Loving County in Texas. I love that. I live in Loving County, Texas. Yeah. Oh, and Skagway in Alaska. Skagway is one of the boroughs. Skagway in Alaska. No COVID there, so maybe Alaska. Loving County in Texas. And Esmeralda County in them. Not one bit.
Do they have any people in those counties? Because that's desert area. I mean, is it just...
Nope, it says here, nobody lives there. That's right. Why the record's been set. Yeah. Of course people live there. People are leaving the city of Chicago. The people are leaving the city of New York. They're leaving the big cities, Seattle, Portland. They're taking off. They're getting out. They're getting out.
Not me.
But not Buzz.
I am not leaving.
And I'm just sitting here right on the fringe of it, waving. I can see the towers. Hello. I'm still here. All right. The best places to go. Let's see here. Some of the best cities are in Illinois, Iowa, and Wyoming. If you consider moving to a permanent place, you may want to consider one of these cities. Recent polling suggests these Americans, many Americans are thinking about moving. Here's where they're thinking about moving to. Mankato, Minnesota. Peoria, Illinois. Oh, you got to be kidding. I wouldn't live in Peoria. Danville, Illinois. Waterloo, Iowa. Ithaca, New York. Stop me if any of these places you would move to or care about. Dubuque, Iowa. No, thank you. Walla Walla, Washington. Mm-mm. Oh, La Crosse, Wisconsin. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yeah, very pretty. And it's the home of John's Bar, the bar that serves peanut butter sandwiches with a tapper. That you can't beat. Omaha, Nebraska. Nope. Grand Forks, North Dakota. Mm-mm. Lansing, Michigan. Maybe. Logan, Utah. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Rochester, New York. These are the 30 best places to live.
I've lived in Rochester.
You did. Rochester! Oh, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah, Rochester is Jack Benny's psychic. You think that guy would still be in business? Rochester! That's Mr. Benny! Come on. You know that's not happening. Rochester wouldn't last 1 minute on TV today. Columbia, Missouri. Rochester. Madison, Wisconsin. Now, my brothers all live in Madison. Well, 3 of them live in Madison. 1 of them lives in Minnesota. My lovely sister Mary lives in Missouri. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Anything Wyoming to me sounds great.
Yeah.
Love that. Des Moines, Iowa? Nope. Lincoln, Nebraska? Nope. Huntsville, Alabama? Maybe. Topeka, Kansas? Nah. Ames, Iowa. What's the deal with Iowa? Oh, wait a minute. I would move here. I would move to Fargo just because I could say I live in Fargo. Right?
I don't.
Right? Are you watching Fargo, by the way?
I just started, and I'm having trouble with it, I got to tell you. I mean, it's not one of my favorite shows, but Chris Rock is in this season. I love Chris Rock. And he's very good as a mobster, playing it straight.
Yes.
And but it's so awkward and so unusual that it's not easy to watch.
I love it.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's very, very weird, man.
Darn tootin'.
But I would say I would live in Fargo. I would move to Fargo. These are the places you could move to. They say these are the best cities, places in the United States that you could move to. You should move to if you want to.
And in Fargo, the thing is, the way they talk is fascinating.
Right.
I mean, that is entertaining.
Darn tootin'.
Darn tootin' it is.
And if you could live there and, everybody that you know talks like that might be enough to keep you there.
Betcha, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, to me, it's very close to the certain parts of Wisconsin that I grew up in that sound almost very Wisconsin-y.
Right.
Springfield, Illinois, forget it. Champaign, Illinois, nope. Jefferson
Had fun
City.
there.
Yes. Doing? What did you do? Drinking.
Drinking.
Yes.
Drinking and playing music.
That's the place that has the burrito the size of your head.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
Number 1 place. This is the number 1 place out of the top 30 places where you should move to if you are trying to escape the pandemic. Bloomington, Illinois. Give me a break. Give me a break. You ever been to Bloomington?
Yep.
Hold on a minute. I like this music. 833-552-7469. Anything you want to talk about, you can go ahead and call. Would you remember, if you get put on hold, you're on the line. I'm trying to find a story I just had. It was how they said, I'll just do it from memory. They said that people are now starting to say, forget all homes, just forget it. Get rid of your house, sell your house, and they're living in vans.
Oh, right.
Those mobile vans with, you know what I mean? They're saying
everything.
Yeah, they're saying they're doing that, and I don't see it. I don't see doing that. At one point, I did flirt with the idea of an RV with Lisa, and that lasted about, wait a minute. Is there a 4 seasons inside the RV?
Right.
No. Lee, it's an RV.
It doesn't meet everyone's needs.
Yeah. Wait a second. Where is the spa in the back of the RV or is it in front of it? Honestly, we wouldn't, but think about it. I think the RV, you people who do the RV life, I'd love to know if you think that's a great thing. I mean, they are saying that, get in a van, you have the freedom, you go where you want to go, you see the world, you're traveling in a van or the RV. When I say van, I don't mean like a Chris Farley van.
My name is
not
Matt
this.
Foley, and I am a motivational speaker, and I live in a van down by the river.
It's not that. It's bigger than that. Yeah, it's bigger than that. There's no question about that. Okay, now, But you still have to, and I don't know if I've never done it, but it would seem to me that if you're out there and you're driving around in this thing, you got to always know where you're going to sleep that night. That's horrible.
Well, I think, if you own a place like that, you know all the spots that are available to you, and there are probably a lot of spots. Pull in.
No. But it's not that easy.
No, how do you know that?
Because I thought about it. When I would drive, I would think to myself, because this is when I was going through this period where, you know what, I'm just going to roll around. I'm not going to go on any more normal vacations. I'm going to roll around. I'm going to see America.
Right, like a maverick.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then I was driving, I'm going past places, and I go, I can't see it.
But see, you don't, the RV people know things that you don't. And there are parks.
No, but you have to go ahead and know where you're going to stop. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to just roll around. You want to go to sleep on the side of a road. There's no way. So I get it. Maybe I'll just move back to Fond du Lac.
I've been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Fond du Lac, Shefferville, Jacksonville, Waterville, Fond du Lac, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Fond du Lac, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Fond du Lac, Fond du Lac, Fond du Lac.
I'll just move back to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, in a van down by the river. Or, of course,
Light Your Fart, Arkansas.
Light Your Fart, Arkansas, always a good place to go if you've never been there.
8335JB Show. Call Johnny and Buzz to let your shit flow. 8335JB Show. Come on, you loons, let's go.
I don't give a shit.
Thank you, Anita. How's your girlfriend Anita at the Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, I'm just worried about if they have to close again. It's going to be terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible for you.
Yep.
And, of course, Anita. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to take your calls right now. We'll take your calls.
Johnny.
Yes, buddy.
Craig, Lincoln Square.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Not bad. You?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. I'm okay. I don't really like the world we're living in right now, but I'm okay.
It's a little crazy, but you guys are making it so great. Every Saturday, I look forward to this. Grew up listening to you guys in the 80s. I know you hear that all the time. I saw Buzz at El Mariachi last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. And I wanted to talk to him so bad, but like you're saying, I didn't know if I should walk up to him, sit down at the table, COVID, get away. How do you do it? I don't know.
You were the guy, you were with a date or your wife or somebody, right?
My wife. That wasn't date night. Yeah, that was a wife.
And you sent me a double a double shot of Cuervo, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I couldn't help notice that you would put your mask on in between sessions of eating and drinking at the table.
Yeah, it's that was like the new thing that they came up with about a month and a half ago. Every time the server comes up, I hate going out to eat. We went out last night. It's confusing. Put it on, take it off. My son, I was like, "You want to go out to eat?" He's like, "No, I'm not dealing with the mask thing." And I get it.
No. By the way, your son, your son has the same idea I do. I go, I don't want to go out to eat, so I can wear a mask and then take it on, put it off, take it on. It's not. Well, you go out to eat to relax, have someone bring you a drink, enjoy a fine meal, have some conversation. It seems rough, but the fact that, and for people who don't understand this, have not checked up on all these episodes we have available everywhere in the world on Apple and wherever podcasts are, Buzz goes every Saturday night, tell me if I'm wrong, to a place called El Mariachi in Chicago. Every Saturday night. And let me ask you, Craig, does he sit at a big table by himself?
Yeah, I heard him complaining that somebody was at his table and to get him out of there right away.
Oh my God! Wow. Did that?
No. He was at a big table in the back corner. Yeah.
It's no longer a big table. It's just a table.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but Buzz, let me tell you, thank you so much, dude. That place was awesome. We had some kind of mole plantain enchiladas that were unbelievable. That place was great.
Yeah.
Mole
really
sauce.
Mole.
Yeah, the mole sauce. All right, as Anita would say, Craig.
Adios.
All right. Hello, 833-5JB Show. Go ahead, please. Try to get you in. Go ahead.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what
whatever happened to Point Patrol?
Oh, Point Patrol was just a thing. It was just a thing that happened when we were in Phoenix doing a show with the leisure suits, and we had rooms, and we stayed at the Point. And
Point Patrol. That's why it was the Point Patrol.
And I would just call Buzz and let him know that I'm the only one still standing at the party plate.
Point Patrol checking in. Point Patrol checking out.
Yeah, it was nothing. There was no Point Patrol. It was the Point Hotel, Pointe.
And that was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah, and I was in there. Yeah. Where did these things come from? Memory lane is closed. We got a world to worry about. Hey, maybe would you move to California? This guy sent me this tape. California, Here I Come, Jesse Goldberg.
California, here I come, where I can live with all the bums. Junkies and flunkies live on the street. Pieces of feces underneath Pelosi's feet.
All right. 8335 Whoa. Wow, that guy is living in a train track. Hey, dude. That is how'd you like to have that in your backyard?
That sounds like a real one.
JB.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, out here, Gary, Indiana, working on a Saturday, listening to you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a train depot or something. What are you doing there?
Roofing.
Oh, boy.
A roofer.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You smoke Pall Malls?
Should have went with that. No. Marlboro. No. Should have went with that radio programming job in Hawaii, huh?
Why, did you have an opportunity to do that?
No, it just sounds a hell of a lot better than roofing and Gary on a Saturday.
Well, let me be clear about what you're saying. And I think whatever you do in this world, you know my rap on this, is do it to the best of your ability, give it 100%, and thank God you have a job.
Yeah, there you go.
You have a job.
Yeah, it pays for the fishing and hunting habit.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, speaking of fishing and hunting, we have obligation now to broadcast the Eddie Abler Outdoors Report. That's the only pay.
Exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on a second.
Be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You're listening to the Outdoor Radio Network, with offices located in Newsboro, Wisconsin, and transmitter located in Watoma, Wisconsin. We now join the Good Outdoorsman Show with your host, Eddie Abler, brought to you by the Wisconsin Supper Club Association.
You get a line, I'll get a pull, honey.
This is the Good Outdoorsman Show with Eddie Abler, brought to you by the Lakewood Supper Club, the Lakeside Supper Club, the Pine View Supper Club, the Dewdrop Inn, the Lakeview Supper Club, the Pineside Supper Club, Pinewood Supper Club, Cabaret Supper Club, the Noon Saloon. Doing a good job over there. Pine Knoll Supper Club, Schultz's Whitetail Inn, and Shooter's Pub. Open that hole, here comes my pole, and if the boats are trolling, I must be swollen in a good day I'll by you, believe you me. I'm fair to Midland, don't you know? I still have the trots, so I understand the people out there who are not feeling well. All right, now, I seem a little bit more, I guess, upbeat today. It's because you fishermen who love your boat, how'd you like to be buried in it? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Me too. Oh, I got a humdinger of a guest here. Got to dial him up first here. I thought he was calling me. Stosh, where is he?
You get a line and I'll get a pole, babe.
Glory Boats, this is Joel.
Hey, Joel, how are you? My name's Eddie Abler, host of the Good Outdoorsman Show. You're trying to call in to the show, and we're getting sort of disconnected or something, I guess, eh?
No problem, man. Glad to hear from you.
Joel Schmidt, let me get it all correct in the introduction to you. Joel Schmidt, Little Rock, Arkansas. You're the owner of Glory Boats. Is this for real, Joel? This isn't some hooey, is it?
No, this is for real. We build a casket, a funeral casket that looks
exactly like an aluminum John boat. We actually built it out of 18-gauge steel.
Wait, let's be clear on what you're saying. You're saying it's a funeral boat. It's a boat you can be buried in. We're saying it's a casket, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's literally the last boat ride a fellow will ever take.
Oh, I just love the way you said that one there, Joel. That was beautiful. I almost started to tear up. That was beautiful. The last boat ride a man will ever take. Oh, gosh, it's beautiful. Keep going, Joel. I'm sorry. I'm just too excited about it.
No, that's okay. We had an occurrence in my family. My dad got hurt really bad. I'm his only child, and I told him, you better tell me your funeral plans because someday I'm going to need that. And I just joked with him that I might bury him in his fishing boat someday. And I thought, well, I bet someone makes something like that. We went online and tried to find it so we could print off a picture to take him, and discovered nobody makes funeral caskets that look like fishing boats. So we do.
If he were to pass away, when he does, will he be buried in one of your boats?
I suppose he will, because about a year and a half ago we buried his wife.
Oh,
and
in a boat?
She went in a boat with the pink interior, pink camo.
I've never, and I hope, I got to be honest, I hope to never see pink camo in the woods, but, okay, you got me there, Josh, that's for sure. Little Rock's got me there. But I want to make sure we're clear. This boat that I'm going to call it the floating casket, the glory boat, whatever you want. I just want to try to paint a picture for the people here. It's not like you could have, you don't get in it and then sink it in the lake, do you, like a Viking funeral?
I'm afraid that the health officials in my state would have a little bit of a problem with that. So we recommend you treat it just like a regular casket. The only difference is it's just way cooler than a regular casket.
To me, a real fisherman, he goes down, out, to the bottom of the lake. We'll keep her on the downside on that one, but that's what I would do. But you know what? I don't want to get you in trouble with your good company. You're above the law. I'm above the sod right now. That's all I can say. But soon I'll be below the sod, and then guess what? I'm going to get one of your boats, and I'm going to go down to the bottom of my favorite lake. And there's nothing you can do there, Joel Schmidt in Little Rock, Arkansas, to stop me.
Well, I'll be happy to bring it to you personally when that time comes.
Hold on a minute, Joel. I got to be honest with you. When I'm looking at the pictures on the computer screen that they showed me of your glory boats that you could be buried in, and the boat casket, as I like to call it, I'd love to take a nap in there, or maybe like if I come home, I would get that in my house, and I could escape the old lady, and I got a nose full, a couple of schnapps in me that I want to, you know what I'm saying? And where's Eddie again? He's in the casket boat. Because I'll have to tell you, Joel, they may be the most delightful looking thing I've ever seen. They're just beautiful.
It's so funny.
Okay, let's talk about the funeral itself, because the wake is the place to show this funeral boat, this glory boat you're selling there. That's where the fun starts, because they're such heavy-handed. Oh, boo-hoo!
No, you don't want that. You don't want that.
No.
You want something light. In fact, the families who use our glory boats all say the same thing when we talk to them afterwards. They say it is a ray of light on a dark day, because people walk up and smile when they see that it's a boat, but then they immediately break out into the stories about the fishing trips and the hunting trips and all the great times. It becomes a highlight reel of Granddad's life.
Okay, so now, how do you get this thing up on the World Wide Web, or where do we get it, and how much do these things cost?
Here in Arkansas, when we began to build the boat, we decided we need to stay kind of in the regular market price range, and we were able to build it so it sells for $3,300. And to ship it from here outside the state adds a little bit. It depends on where you are. Usually it's from 8 to 10% for delivery. We deliver them ourselves, hand delivery, and it's just the easiest thing in the world. You call me and say, oh my gosh, Granddad passed away this morning. And I ask you, what interior do you want in it? Do you want the muskie? Do you want the bass? Do you want the crappie? What do you want? And we put the interior in it. We put it in one of our vans, and we drive it to you that day, get it there, usually within 24 to 48 hours. Just go to the www.gloryboats.com.
All right, man. Well, that's a great, great story. Congratulations to you and everyone there in Little Rock, Arkansas. Stay safe, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Eddie Abler on the Good Outdoorsman Show.
Thank you, Eddie. Great to talk to you.
All right, thanks a lot for the time. That's Joel Schmidt, the Little Rock, Arkansas guy who's got himself a boat you can be buried in. Fish in it, die in it, get buried in it. Boy, that's a good idea. All right. Thanks for listening to the Good Outdoorsman Show. You'll get my gun when you pry my cold, dead fingers from around the barrel, and you know Eddie believes there's plenty of room for all of God's creatures right next to the mashed potatoes. Enjoy the great outdoors. Don't die right away, but if you do, go ahead and get one of those boats. Tell them Eddie sent you.
There's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my redneck, white socks, blue ribbon deer.
You get a line and I'll get a pole. We'll go down to that crawdad hole, honey, baby mine.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Coyotes are exhibiting strange behavior in Northern California. They have been eating hallucinogenic mushrooms. Let's go to our friend Lisa Block, the Director of Communications for the Marin County Humane Society.
No, they are not tripping.
Coyotes, squirrels. What else you got up there in Northern California?
Well, deer, of course.
What about David Crosby?
Yeah, that's a entirely different kind of animal who probably is tripping.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. This is the new Not Normal.
Yeah! David Crosby, he's, once again, people who say things they shouldn't tweet things they shouldn't tweet. In trouble for memorializing Eddie Van Halen with word M-E-H. Meh. As the community continues to mourn the death of Eddie Van Halen, David Crosby, a rock and noted Twitter scallion, is apologizing for not being as delicate with the remembrance of Eddie Van Halen as he should be. He responded to a fan who asked for his opinion about Van Halen with a simple, meh.
I read that on Facebook.
Meh.
And my comment was, why do you post that? Why do you post that?
See what I mean?
You can't say anything nice.
Don't say, there you, just like my mom Ankie used to say, can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Especially if you're talking about Eddie Van Halen.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. There's nothing bad to say about Van Halen that I know about.
But it doesn't, even if you hated Van Halen and is someone's dad, someone's brother, someone's lover, someone's friend who's dead. Right. Meh. So here's to put it into perspective for people who don't know. He goes, man, sorry. He does not mean that much to me. Look, I get it. Many of you love Van Halen, and the one time I met him, he was nice and he was talented, but meh to me means, meh, I don't care that much about him. I don't. Doesn't mean he wasn't good, but he's not for me. Okay, that's what he tweeted back to the haters. Of course.
Now apologize!
Then he's got to come back with an apology. See, it always leads to the same thing. You say something, then you got to apologize. Then you got to apologize for it. So what's the point? Crosby comes back and he goes, I admit my comments weren't due to personal distaste for Eddie, but rather because my memory has failed me. Yes, you Van Halen fans, I tossed off an answer that was not cool. My answer, it failed me.
Yeah, that's because of 30 years of blow.
It's like the Steve Martin bit where he goes, Steve Martin would go, yeah, I got 2 words for you. If you ever get caught for armed robbery, when you go in front of the judge, just say, I forgot that armed robbery was illegal. Yeah, back to David Crosby on the FM. So anyway, he has to type that and tweet that because he says the even more embarrassing truth is I didn't even remember he had just died or I would have kept my mouth shut. Okay.
There you go. 30 years of blow.
Yeah, that's it. I love how the animal lady in that promo that started this off, the animal lady that lives in Marin County, California, herself said David Crosby is probably tripping on the mushrooms, not the coyotes.
Right.
I do make mistakes.
He was a high-profile addict.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, I believe he provided sperm for some women.
Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, right.
I don't think where he provided sperm. Yeah, where'd you get your sperm, David Crosby? Yeah, where's your sperm now? It's in Melissa Etheridge. He provided
personally,
sperm.
had I been Melissa, I might have gone someplace else with my sperm.
Oh, woo.
That's
Look at
just
that.
me.
Uh-oh. Guess who's going to have to apologize?
Now apologize.
Yeah, you can't say that about a lesbian. What are you talking about? You cannot say that you would not give your sperm to Melissa Etheridge. You can't. You got to get used to the new world, man. You got to. David Crosby said he's sorry. He said that I do make mistakes. No offense intended. I do remember David Crosby said this. He tweeted something about Neil Young and Daryl Hannah. Now, tell me if this is right. Is Neil Young dating Daryl Hannah?
Yes, he is.
And didn't you tweet something that she's not good for him?
Yeah, I shot my mouth off. Big mistake.
Why? What, did he go crazy?
Oh, yeah, he was very unhappy about that.
Okay, well, wow, that seems kind of odd. Okay.
Well, no, I understand him being protective of her. She's his girlfriend, and I would probably do the same if he said something bad about my wife. But I that's me. My mouth runs away from me, sometimes, and you can't. It's not the end of the world, but I definitely did shoot my mouth off.
Yeah, he does that all the time. There he was talking about Neil Young, Daryl Hannah. Wait, Neil Young and Daryl Hannah, right? That's who. Neil Young and Daryl Hannah?
I never made that connection, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. David Crosby. See, here's the thing. If you're sitting there, you're laying around, you're drinking, and you start tweeting stuff, just forget it. Don't do it. David Crosby. But I know what we picked up. Mac and I picked up from David Crosby's interview, old lady. That's the first time we had heard that mentioned.
She used to be my old lady.
Joni, I said, hey, you and Joni Mitchell see each other?
She used to be my old lady.
She used to be my, and we're like, what'd you say? Once again, he'd have to apologize for that.
Right.
You can't.
I love that.
You can't call a woman an old lady. The old lady.
By the way,
unless you're a biker.
Or Eddie Abler.
By the way, Neil Young and Daryl Hannah, his old lady.
Yeah. They've
been married since 2018.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's only 2 years.
Do you still get, wait, is this information coming from, you still get the subscription to Tiger Beat magazine?
I do.
Tiger Beat.
This one is in Teen Beat.
Yeah.
That's what, they still report on Neil Young, 74-year-old Neil Young.
That is, it's weird that I didn't put it together, but so Neil Young was mad at Crosby because he tweeted that they were together? I don't even get that.
Yeah, they like to keep their relationship on the down low.
Stay out of Teen Beat.
If you want to keep it on a down low, always stay out of Teen Beat or Tiger Beat, whatever it was, man. Only clothing. Yeah, you can hear me harmonizing here. Please.
Them on your dream. The one they fix, the one you know by.
Don't you ever ask them why.
If they told you, you wouldn't cry.
Yeah, okay.
So just look at
No,
them.
Neil is off. Neil is off, not me. It's not me. It's him.
Yeah, you're really going to mess us up, James.
No, I'm not. Freaking Graham Nash, man. Drives me crazy.
There is perhaps no natural sound that more completely symbolizes the call of the loon. No doubt the loons were communicating something significant to each other when they gave these calls.
Yep. Get to the voicemail 833 Loon Line, and we'll hear from Lenny Kravitz. I do love me some Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz is on Men's Health covered.
Yeah, because he's got a new book out, Let Love Rule, and man, oh man, I do love me some Lenny Kravitz. Okay, here I'm going to read some email first, and then we'll get to these voicemails. Our line is still open, 833-5JB Show. Johnny B, here's what the subject line says: smooth sounds of buzz.
It's hard to believe.
Johnny B, I cannot stress how much I love you and Buzz and the shit show. You're given a stressful time a big boost to forgetting what's happening now and remembering the best days of my life. find Buzz's voice very soothing and want to propose an idea for Buzz's bedtime stories for adults.
All right.
Not meant to be dirty, but to be calm, soothing, and comforting after a day of hearing the Trump's voice and the problems in the world. Buzz is sitting at home anyway. He could tell us about anything, and his voice would lull us to sleep. No offense, Johnny, but your voice and speed of talking spike my blood pressure. Thank you very much. Lost somebody or other, whatever your name is. Bernard says, hey, if Buzz finds a way to get his hands on $1 billion, we're going to never hear from him again. And the blues bars will still be broke. Buzz trying to save music one billionaire at a time. I'm working on the billionaires. Don't get excited.
All right.
I didn't forget.
All right.
You want 1 billion? I want to be clear to the audience just joining us.
1 billion.
One billionaire.
From one person.
From one person to give you $1 billion, and then you will take that $1 billion and give it to clubs that will keep this music alive.
And I would actually, whoever the billionaire is who donated that $1 billion would be able to control his $1 billion right up until it got to its destination.
Not according to Bernard. Bernard says you're going to take the $1 billion and
there's all kinds of possibilities when these things happen, especially with $1 billion involved.
Hey, I want to know if people out there, are you guys canceling Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that other stuff we're supposed to be doing during the holidays? We're supposed to not have Christmas, not have Thanksgiving. Brandmeyers have canceled their Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, 34 people that get together at one brother house or a sister house every year.
Well, that's
canceled.
34 people.
It's 34 people, and all of my family are diseased. All of them. But always.
Anybody with COVID?
Last Christmas I got chlamydia. Christmas before that I got VD. And then I just had some penicillin shot for some reason. I can't even remember what the third Christmas was.
just to be careful.
Why not? This is from Charlotte. Charlotte says, in response to me and people talking about me sitting down when I pee. As a cleaning woman, Johnny, men standing and peeing is disgusting. I hate to tell you, but it sprays everywhere, drips as well. If you're inside and using a toilet, you should sit. No man is ever drip-free as they think. Why they think someone else should clean their urine off the floor or side of the toilet is beyond me. It's what I do for a living. I'm a cleaning woman. As they age, it gets worse. I'm just saying. Right on, Charlotte.
Right. Well, on the other hand, Charlotte has a job, so how much can she complain, really?
Another example of people who are complaining who have jobs. We're the only one who should be able to complain. All right. Johnny, I love the dink story from your childhood. Dink story. Oh, that's one I got that one. Check up on these episodes. That's what they're for. They're all over the place. You know how to find them. Then he wrote, Lake Titicaca, ? I remember when I was in high school, geology class, and the class clown spots the word goblin knob on a map. Goblin knob. And we laughed for an entire hour. Keep us laughing, Johnny. Don Vion. All right, go to the voicemail, 833 Loon Line.
Hey, Johnny B, Buzz, everybody else, Billy the Bedbug. This is Brian. I'm in Naperville, and I'm calling because you were doing the thing about the guy who had bed bugs. And for 4 years, I worked in the marketing department of a large pest control company. I updated their websites and wrote blog articles for them, marketing stuff. So I got to learn a lot about various pests, including bed bugs. And basically, it's the female bed bugs that consume the blood because the female bed bugs need them to lay eggs. They need the protein to lay eggs. So they only feed when they want to lay eggs. They reproduce very fast. And here's an interesting thing. The sex among bed bugs is actually quite violent. Although there's a place in the female's body for eggs and for the males to come and lay down the sperm, there's no opening there. So the males have to come and literally punch a hole in the abdomen of the female bed bug to inseminate the eggs so that they can then make additional bed bugs. So,
Thanks a lot. It only took you 2 days.
What the hell was that guy talking about, man? That guy's full of shit.
All right. Thank you. How is one guy knows so much about bed bugs? I'll never know.
He didn't know shit about bed bugs.
All right. Let's see here. 833 Loon Line.
Jonathan Brandmeier, Chuck Gowdy, ABC 7 News. We have had a consumer complaint filed against you. Looks like you're sending out autographs without clean edges. By chance, we would like comment on this. You can reach us at the 1-800-ABC7 line or directly on my cell phone.
Chuck Gowdy impersonator. You don't find one of those very often at ABC7 Chicago.
Can barely tell whether he's actually close to Chuck Gowdy or not. It's been so long since I've heard Chuck Gowdy.
The name Chuck Gowdy. Okay, 833 Loon Line.
Johnny Baby! Hey, buddy, Nick the Hook here. Hey, can you relay a message to Buzz? I got some new Puerto Rican fence climbers, and I'd really like to go out on a Saturday night. If he's going to sit at that big-ass table alone, I'd like to come down and have a tequila shooter and some Mexican food with him, but he has to leave his mole sauce to himself. I don't want none of that shit on me. All righty, bye-bye. Click.
Nick the Hook.
Yeah.
I like when callers give themselves a name. I think it's cool. Nick the Hook, then I'll remember him. That's a smart idea. Live, 833-5JB Show. Go ahead.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, my God. It's Pat Live.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that, though. I can't do that live, my complaining. But
That's awesome. No, I never get. Wait. Hold on a minute. I'm talking to you, Pat. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, have I ever spoken to you live before?
One time.
Awesome.
The loon line wasn't working. I called up and told you about it.
Oh, okay.
So that I could complain. Okay. But now today I'm not complaining. I used to work at a radio station, and I wonder, years and years ago at WCFL, and I was wondering if people would complain, about like Chicken Man and stuff nowadays. Probably nobody remembers Chicken Man except maybe Buzz.
What?
You don't?
No, I don't remember Chicken Man either, to tell you the truth. But, it's just a different world we live in.
Huh?
No, I'll tell you, Pat, though, it is a different world.
You remember Larry Lujak in that, right?
Of course, yes, of course. How could you not remember
Larry Lujak?
Larry
Yeah, that's where I used to work.
Right.
You were a kid then.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember Larry Lujak? You worked with the Uncle Lair, right?
Yeah, I started there as a receptionist, and he used to throw lit cigarettes at me because I wouldn't go out with him, I think.
That's Larry.
Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Put that in your complaints and call us back again. That exactly sounds like Larry. Oh, my God. That is fantastic. Hey, Borat. The great Borat. He is the son of a Simbala Sadikov and Boltok the rapist. Is that correct?
Boltok the rapist, yes.
Yeah. Borat's hobbies include ping pong?
Yes.
Disco dancing?
Yes.
Shooting dogs for fun?
Yes.
And taking pictures of women on toilet.
Why not? They do not know.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Okay, Borat's back. Trying to connect with President Trump. He's invaded online platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Borat is set to stream on Amazon Prime Video with his new show. It's Borat is Back, but here's the title. Oh, good Lord. Okay. This is the title. Borat subsequent movie film delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. Hey, I did it.
What?
That is the title. Streaming on Amazon Prime. Wow. Premier true Trump leader have proved himself stronger more than 200,000 of his American subjects with COVID. Trump's so strong he did not even need to drink bleach to stay alive. I am the first Kazakhstan ever on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
These are all the tweets that he's trying to get him to come out with. Please follow to look on me, dance to popular music totally nude. I am the first Kazakhan ever on TikTok. He is Borat.
This is a Johnny the Monkey.
And I am Johnny the Monkey. Yeah. That's new on Amazon Prime coming. Borat is back. One of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah. And another pick to click. The one, the only. Lenny Kravitz says Eddie Van Halen was a pioneer, an original who made his mark on the electric guitar. He tweeted that out. Lenny Kravitz has a new book called Let Love Rule. Yeah. Hit me now. Yeah. Lenny Kravitz, Let Love Rule. I remember talking with Lenny Kravitz very clearly because he was in Paris and I was in Chicago, and I know that for sure because I believe I said to him, "Hey, Lenny Kravitz in Paris."
Hey.
Wow.
What's happening?
Isn't technology fascinating? It works, we don't. Lenny Kravitz, 4-time Grammy Award winner. 30 million albums worldwide, baby. Hey, Lenny, but you can hear me. You're in Paris?
Yeah, man.
What are you doing there?
Living.
No, you wait a minute. No, you wait. Do you live where do you live? You live 1,000 places. I never know where you're living in Miami. You're living where? You're living in Paris now.
Nah, no more. I'm part of the year here and part of the year in Brazil. When I'm not on the road, it's nice to be able to actually travel somewhere and live, because, you go around the world for 20 years, you're not really stopping. So it's nice to be able to go to some different places and check it out. And, through that, I fell in love with Brazil and ended up staying there. And, it's good to see the world, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I guess if you can do it and if you can, you've got obviously the time, the money to do it, why wouldn't you just move from spot to spot? You get bored with it, move on, and then what do you do there? What are you recording through? Because a lot of this stuff don't you do all the instruments or most of them on this album?
Yeah. I've always done it that way, and, that's the way this album was made, and, yeah.
Well, you can go then, you could do anything you want. You could go anywhere you want because you don't have to carry the whole band with you, basically.
That's right. They're all inside of me. Lucky me, right?
That's unreal when you think about it. That's the way to do it. Nobody can say, I don't like that bass line.
Well, the one of the musicians inside of me can say that.
Yeah, right. You schizophrenic, Lenny Kravitz? We just found out Lenny Kravitz is schizophrenic.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
No, Lenny. So this is the way to do it.
That was pretty good, man.
Thank you.
You go from one spot to the next. You record whatever comes out of your head. You put that on the record. You play all the instruments. No, wait. All the instruments?
Some songs are all the instruments, and some songs are most of the instruments, except one, perhaps. Or, if there's an orchestra on the track, that's not me. I haven't gotten to, be able to be the entire 32-piece orchestra, but I'm working on it.
Man, if you could do that, well, you could probably do that electronically, but I don't think you'd be able to pull it off with your hands.
No, I got to do it real. But the tuba is kind of challenging right now.
Yeah. And Lenny Kravitz on the tuba. I don't see you on the tuba, dude.
Man, I need one of those panels you've got. You got all the sounds.
You like the sounds?
Going.
Ladies and gentlemen,
digging this,
hey, you know what my favorite Lenny Kravitz? Oh, there's a lot of them, but one of my favorite, we play it all the time whenever, because right now, Chicago has this terrible cab situation going on. They're trying to get more money, this and that. There's always a problem. I love Cab Driver. I love that, man. I don't know what it is about this song. It's always just been like one of my little Lenny Kravitz favorites.
Mr. Cab
Come on now.
Won't stop to let me in.
You ever dance to your own music, Lenny? Just dance around?
I'm dancing right now.
Yeah, right on. Why wouldn't you? People come in, they see you in your room. What are you dancing to? I'm dancing to me.
I'm dancing to myself. I'm dancing with myself. Yeah.
Dancing with myself. Yeah, I love that song. Hey, so you play your own instruments, you dance to yourself, you run around the country. Now, by the way, you know the next question, don't you? What do you think? I'll bet you.
Here we go.
Yeah, no. I'll bet you, and I'm willing to bet you, every single station, every single person, every single human you talked about starts out talking to you about that crazy sex stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right or wrong? I don't really care about it. You gave up sex? Good for you. Good. Whatever you want to give up. Did you give up sex, really? You did not.
For a minute till I get myself hitched, as y'all say.
Yeah. You know who's if you gave up sex? Wait until you find the one that you really love in your life. You're not going to have sex. I mean the one that you really love.
Love.
Yeah. The one that you really.
The one that I'll be waiting for.
Yeah.
Love.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Lenny, you know who's
plug.
You know who's available right now?
Love. It is time for a love revolution.
Love. Hey, you know who you could love?
Who's available?
Kathleen Turner. Have you seen her recently? The actress Kathleen Turner.
Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there with your mind because that's not what I'm seeing.
How do you
now.
know she's available?
Because
how do you know this?
I saw her on television. Here's what she said. Listen to this.
2 years, just haven't gotten that. Oh my God, I want him moment. Okay, but I think I'd like to fall in love again. Jesus, I'd like to have sex again.
That's right. 2 years, Lenny.
Wow.
2 years. Kathleen Turner has not had sex.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
Boy, I'd love to see Lenny Kravitz and Kathleen Turner hook up.
Can you imagine the combustion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could certainly imagine the combustion. You have to take a look at her. Maybe you could just Google her up and see what she looks like now, but I think you guys would hit it off.
Kathleen Kravitz. That has a ring.
Kathleen Kravitz, starring in Romancing the Stone #3. Kathleen Kravitz. That's horrible. Kathleen Kravitz. Would you win the Academy Award winner, Kathleen Kravitz? That Kathleen Kravitz wins the Academy Award. That's the worst name combo I've ever heard in my life. Kathleen Kravitz. You would have to keep her real
Remember
name.
the lady across the street on Bewitched? She was Gladys Kravitz.
Gladys Kravitz.
That was the only Kravitz on television that because I thought I had like the weirdest name when I was a kid, and the lady on Bewitched that was across the street, always looking through the window, snooping. Gladys Kravitz.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Wait a minute, wasn't your mom?
And her husband's name was Abner.
Abner. Wasn't your mom on television? Right.
She was.
And what was your mentality on? Yeah, who was she? What was she?
On the Jeffersons, we're moving on up,
Yeah. Wait a minute. What was she on the Jeffersons
and
again?
she was the lady who was married to the white guy. She was Helen Willis. That was actually the first interracial couple on primetime television, which is a trip because that was like 1975.
That's kind of weird, right?
That was groundbreaking at the time.
Very groundbreaking.
God. A black woman and a white man. What is the world coming to?
How can the world...
But in actuality, my dad was white, and so that was the whole coincidence with that.
So that worked.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Moving on up. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, east side. Yeah. This is Lenny Kravitz did the original theme for the Jeffersons. I don't know if he was 4. And here's how it sounded.
And do you know who's...
Yeah, that's when you were mixing there in Miami.
Man, you're quick, bro.
Oh,
and do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know who is singing the theme song from the Jeffersons?
Wait, no, don't wait.
Trivia.
Hold on a minute. Do not tell me, please. Hold on.
No, don't start Googling now.
No, I'm not even near a computer.
See you.
No, I swear to God, Lenny, I'm not. I'm being serious now. Hold on. The question you're asking is what? What is the question you're asking?
Who sang the theme song to the Jeffersons?
Who sang the theme song to the Jeffersons? No, wait a minute. Don't tell us yet. Wait a second. Wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm chilling.
Audience, who sang the theme song to the Jeffersons? Wait, let me listen for a second. I'm not cheating, Lenny, I promise.
I believe you.
All right, wait.
That bass line is kicking.
Yeah.
What? So who's singing it? The phone's lighting up? You got one little light, like half lit up.
Here's the weird part. They're all lighting up, which is shocking to me because I honestly swear to God I don't know that, and I pride myself on stupidity.
Okay, let's see what they say.
Diane,
who do we have on the phone?
You're on with Lenny Kravitz. He's in Paris. You're on the phone. Go ahead.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey, baby.
Jeanette
Where are you?
Dubois. She played Walona on Good Times.
You hit it, baby.
Wait,
what has she won, Bob?
Wait a second. What is her name? What was the name of the person?
Jeanette, she
Dubois.
said.
She played.
Yes, she played.
The neighbor on Good
Walona.
Times. Walona.
That is correct.
Well, how do you know that?
That is 100% correct.
Everybody knows that, Johnny.
Everybody but me.
Really? Come on, where's the Where's the game host music? Like, tell her what she's won, Bob.
All right,
You know,
here's
come
what
on.
she's won.
Keep it going.
Oh, let's keep this going. Here's what Diane has won. She has won a year's worth of Dairy Queen Blizzards. That's right, a year's worth of Dairy Queen Blizzards. How about that?
Are you kidding me?
That's right, a year's worth of Dairy Queen Blizzards. That's right. And also, you will be able to travel with Lenny Kravitz for 1 year. Lenny, when she has, Diane, are you available to have sex?
Yeah, no sex.
All right. Lenny, would you like to have sex with Diane?
I can't do that. I probably
I
would if
can't
I
hear
saw her,
him.
but I can't do that.
All right. By the way, the original theme, Diane, you do win. You will have sex with Lenny Kravitz if you want you to. Did you ever hear the original, the really good theme from the Jeffersons, though, Lenny?
Okay.
Well,
I
we're
have it.
moving on up
Oh, there you go.
to the east side.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Deluxe apartment
Yeah.
in the sky.
Swing, baby.
Where do you get all this stuff?
Oh,
man?
yeah. It's all
I'm
in my head,
impressed.
man. It's all in my head.
I am impressed.
Hey, I'm impressed with you.
You are the
dude.
man behind the curtain. You are the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Hey, Lenny, what time is it in
Exactly.
Paris right now?
It is, I don't know. It's afternoon. What time is it?
Because I think you're
What
lying.
time
You're
is it,
not
bro?
even in Paris, are you?
80. You got that?
Ooh, what did he say to us? He said something to us.
Come on.
What did you say, Lenny? You said 20 after 1.
No.
What did you say? What did you say? You said something. All right.
It is after 4.
Now I'm going to play one with you. I'm going to play a game with you, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to play for you something in French, and you're going to tell me what movie it is from. Okay?
Oh, boy. Okay.
Just a second, please. Yes, I want French movies, please. Watch my French movies for 10. Let's see. What movie is this from here? Hold on. Here we go. Lenny, you ready? If you give this,
I am ready.
I will begin playing your new song, and I will not stop playing until it's finished. How's that?
Oh.
All right. Here we go. All right, Lenny Kravitz. What movie is this from? You know, here's something you know as a world traveler. This is crazy. People don't even know this. I bet they don't. It's crazy. You go over to Europe. Let's say you go over to France, right? And you watch a movie in France, and it's the same movie like you watch over here, only it's in French. Isn't that crazy?
Unreal.
It is unreal. What movie is this?
Rentré chez moi, je me suis demandé, je peux m'asseoir? Je suis un peu chargée là.
Non,
C'est au sujet de ce véhicule dont je vous ai parlé hier. Je me demandais...
oui, je vous ai dit qu'on n'avait pas un seul véhicule manquant.
Je sais. En êtes-vous sûr? Parce qu'enfin, comment vous le savez? Parce que le crime qui m'amène ici, les coupables conduisaient une voiture qui était sans plaque. Ils ont joint un de vos employés. Ce serait vraiment une...
You know what that is?
I have no idea.
Have you ever seen Fargo?
You
ever see Fargo?
Fargo?
Yeah, the movie Fargo.
That's Fargo?
That's
in
Fargo.
French?
Exact. Listen, is this?
Rentré chez moi, je me
I'm
suis
on my
demandé,
way out of
je peux
town, but I
m'asseoir?
was wondering.
Je suis un peu chargée.
Do you
Yes,
mind
sir.
if I sit down? Carrying a bit of a load here.
No.
Yeah, it's this vehicle I asked you about yesterday.
Oh, gee.
That's
oh.
Fargo, see?
Oh, gee. Oh.
Lenny Kravitz, let me tell you what you didn't win. You did not win a year's worth of Dairy Queen Blizzards from Dairy Queen. Sorry about that. You'll have to buy your own, Lenny. That's the way that's going to be for you, my friend.
Well, I try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah! Lenny, have a good time. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks a lot, bro. That was fun.
Yeah. Hear the history, see the future. What up, that? Lenny Kravitz's new book, Let Love Rule. This Jonathan Brandmeier broadcast system. Unfiltered and free later.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck. That was horrific.
You just took the words out of my mouth. Say it like it is. That was a shit show.
Hi, I'd like to thank Jonathan Brandmeier. Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny. I want to thank Jonathan Brandmeier. Thank you, Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thanks a lot, Brandmeier.
Jonathan Brandmeier, you're special.
All right, numbnuts. We've reached the end of another edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Jesus, why? Tell me why!
You can listen to the Shit Show live stream 24/7 and download podcasts on demand at BrandmeierShow.com.
I don't understand you.
When you visit, be sure to sign up for email updates.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. If you want, leave a review.
You do, and I'll kill you.
Follow Johnny B on Facebook at facebook.com/Brandmeier Show.
You are erect, sir.
And leave a voicemail at 833-LOON-LINE for entertaining, not complaining.
I hate to complain, but I have to.
I'm Jimmy Mack, and if you're into Star Wars, check out my show at rebelforceradio.com for Star Wars news, celebrity interviews, and more.
I can't keep it all in my mind.
Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. Bingo! In the air, everywhere.
Ain't that something?
Click.